Well, hello everyone and welcome back to the Atmospheric Cafeteria. Pick up my own mess. I feel this intense pressure and this intense energy, and I'm just like, feel like something has to come out, and it's like, yes, we do. So I've got my Grateful Dead tarot set. Spilled juice all over the place last night. I'm telling you, the retrogrades are really killing me. Really getting me. That moment when your mirror has to stay covered up because it's so strong. So, okay. All right. So I've been called to the Grateful Dead tarot. Maybe somebody likes the Grateful Dead. Maybe skulls or skeletons. I'm seeing roses and too many. That feels better. Hold your cards how you feel you want to. So it always is. We've got the terrapin. And death. What the heck? Oh, yes. Okay, wait, what is that? Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay. One second. So someone's been in their attic hiding. I'm drawn to the death card and how it's, yes, it's upside down, but his foot is on the roses. And it looks like he's kind of right side up with one leg behind him, like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm just kicking it up as I'm walking down this road. And it kind of looks like this guy is making the choice to go down to see this girl. Okay. This is the Divine Universe. This is the Tarpon. I've not read it, but intuitively for me, this is God the Universe. this turtle is God the universe, and this lightning bolt is God's will and God's spear, God's divine, God's, what's the word God's trying to give me? It is God's finger. It's we do not have an earthly word for it, and trying to receive the word kind of gives me a wee bit of a headache. The closest I can come to is God's pointy finger, which basically means that very, very tip of the finger, of the edge of the finger, that can slightly nudge something into movement. This is what God does, and that is what this bolt of God does, and that is what God has done. And he has made this man turn upside down and change his life. And he has made him reflect. He has made him reflect, because she has reflected, you know. He's kicking off and he is going down this way. She's already looking at everything behind her. She is looking off in the distance. She is looking off to the right. She is looking off at the rose in front of her. She sees the rose being offered, and she's going to pluck it. She's going to take that, because for her it doesn't matter what rose it is. A rose is a rose, and it's beautiful no matter what it is, you know. And she is younger. He does appear to be a little bit older. He may have had 3 significant romances in the past that have kept his heart very kind of locked up a little bit. But it seems that he's been talking to some people, and it seems that he's been reflecting on all of the feathers, all of the swords, all of the things, all of the feathers in his cap. I hear feather in his cap, pointy. So it seems that his heart has grown. It seems that his heart, what is the word I'm looking for? It's healed. It is a heart that he has grown. It's not a heart that someone gave him. It's not a heart that people taught him how to have. This is a heart that, through whatever reason, before God intervened in this, because they're not showing me what happened beforehand, they're just saying he had to grow his own heart. And I've also got the 2 of Roses here. So the 2 of Roses tell me that this is going to be, I feel like, a swirl, a twirl, a romance. This is divine counterpart. Complete divine. Okay. You see this? The tip of the spear of God is the catechus. It is the rod. And that is what came down and created this union. This is a soul garden union. This is not just a divine counterpart. This is beyond the kingdom spouse. This is the ultimate split apart. This is the seed that you were planted with in your divine garden, and you two grew together. You see this, how they're growing together? These 2 roses are going to see there's the water in the fertile soil, and then the roses grow up and they grow around, because when we're in love, when we're working on it, it twirls around each other. Think of like 2 twisters twisting around each other in a lake or the ocean. That's how it is. And as you can see, God watches this. You know, the divine watches this and watches as we grow. And then when we're ready to grow, we go and we explore and we learn. And right now, whatever is going on in your life, whoever is resonating with this, God is done with the bullshit, and he has brought the divine masculine in. The divine masculine has fixed. They have healed. I mean, nobody is ever 100% because the divine feminine, she is not 100%. But she can see the roses. Burp of confirmation. Double burp of confirmation. I was just said twin-souled. Twin-souled. So she's just still there looking at the roses. So this is all good. It doesn't mean that she doesn't have to still heal. We all still have to heal, but it means that at some point, sometimes we are healed enough to be able to look at the things that we couldn't and move ahead in the way that we couldn't before. And sometimes we need the tip of the divine staff, the divine lightning bolt to literally I'm being told it's like you can be hurt so bad and not trust love. And it's like when you have a heart attack and they have the paddles and they have to shock you back to life. Well, this is the same thing. This is a shocking back to love. At one point in one of your lifetimes, you were an infant that was incredibly wanted, that was incredibly loved, but who didn't survive long after birth. And you had to feel, as a baby, this shock and influx of this heart attack paddle shock of love. You had to feel this many people loving you at one time, and you had to feel this many people mourning your loss at one time, and then this many people realizing the loss of this love that they can't give to this baby. And it's that loss, it's this inability, it's this inability to give this baby that's dying this love for the rest of their life that shocks that soul into life, into love, into an understanding of the greater journey of what its soul is. Oh, wow. No wonder this thing has had the pressure on me for the past couple of hours. Wow. So, sometimes when, as an adult, somebody who is ascending, somebody who is ascended, somebody who is divine, somebody who is at a point where they're learning different lessons, they've done all the teenage, they're into like the adult portion of lesson learning on the other side. Sometimes things can happen on this side that make them lose the feeling and remembrance of love. And oh my God, my heart. And it's they get so hurt that they lose love, and they lose this love from that point, and God comes in and he takes the tip of his spear, and with the flowers from the garden, your Garden of Eden, your soul garden, he does the smallest poke that nudges you forward, and it's like a jolt, like for him, like, if you know how to do mouth to mouth on babies or dogs, you can't do a full breath like you would on a child, because on an adult, because if you do that on a baby or a child, you'll really, really hurt them. And if God were to give you the full jolt of his bolt, if God were to give you the full jolt of his bolt, my God, you're nothing but funny, are you, God? Yes, laugh, 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 laugh. Yeah, you gotta make me laugh when you make me cry. Okay. And it's just so beautiful, my God. And
if he were to give you the full jolt of his bolt, you'd like go across the universe and just like burn up into the atmosphere. Like it would just be the strangest thing ever. So he can only tiny tip, and that's what sometimes he has to do, because our souls forget the love that other people couldn't give us. And I mean, you have to understand, you know, there's that moment when this is a wanted pregnancy and it's lost, and there's all of that feeling of love we can't give this baby that's not born. Then there's that feeling of what, you know, that love jolt of we can't give this, you know, newborn, and then, you know, up the ages until we have learned and had enough of this love that we can't give to other people to shock us into being able to go to our first lesson. It's like all of this like is kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, sixth grade, and then now all of a sudden we're in seventh grade. And that lesson has to be a little different. So maybe we're this time a little kid that runs around and breaks their bones, or, you know, that we have cancer, we survive, we whatever. Like the life is longer. We don't die early. I know I've said that in past ones too. But God is doing that for this masculine, and he has done that for this feminine. And they've both sat in the attic. I'll show you the attic. They've both sat in the attic of the heart, reviewing past loves, past losses, and healing. She is bringing strength of love, and the strength of the Queen of Wands, the strength of nurturing, the strength of bounty, I'm being told, the strength of gardening, the strength of hands in the soil that know the exact way to plant the seeds. And the masculine, he is bringing strength. He is bringing strength of words, strength of power, strength of protection. And he and they are both going to join in this attic. And this attic is this attic is their soul garden on earth. This is their unity unit canister. Like, you know, in Monsters Inc. they have the laugh canisters. Well, each one of us comes with a canister. When you are in a relationship, that relationship has its own canister for the amount of time you have that relationship. You have the choice. You can put all of yourself in that canister and fill that canister up to 50%, and the other person can put all of themselves into that canister and fill it all the way up so the whole relationship is 100%. Or you can put half of yourself in and they can put half of themselves in, and there's never 100% in the relationship canister, so it can never go anywhere. This is a full canister. Look at this. This is a full canister. So whoever this is for, your divine soul garden is coming in, your divine soulmate, as they say, kingdom spouse. And you're both coming in, one from the right, one from the left. And God is tipping, and God is saying, this is what is coming in. Is there anything else? Wow. And thank you all. Just a quick message from God. Not that I normally, whew. God, there was that pressure.
Is there anything else? Okay. We ourselves become the reflection of the answer. Okay. And it will happen when it happens, and not a moment before. A lot of you have been feeling this coming in. And I'm being told over the transits this is going to fuller come in. Your soul knows what's happening, okay? Your soul, you may be feeling this feeling and it's like this foreign, like pushing feeling, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, at the end of the day, this isn't someone... At the end of the day, whether you are talking to this person or not, whether you have met this person or not, I'm saying that wrong. Whether you are in a relationship with them now, whatever that is, whether you are just talking to them now, whatever that is, or even if you haven't met now, whatever that is, you are both coming to the attic. So if you are already in a relationship, your relationship is coming towards the attic if you are resonating with this. If you are just talking on the phone when you meet and you finally meet, you're going to enter the attic. If you haven't met yet, the moment you meet, you're going to realize you're in the attic. And that's why it says it will happen when it happens and not a moment before. Because there are a lot of people that will say, well, you know what, that hasn't happened to me yet. Well, don't push that energy away. The more we go, well, that hasn't happened to me yet, the more it's not going to happen to you. The more you say, well, you know what, it's going to happen when it happens and not a moment before, and I'm going to sit here and feel the way I'm going to feel, but I have to be calm, because if I'm not calm, I'm going to like drive myself crazy, then that's what you do. So, because your soul knows what's happening. And this is happening now because you're the universe's favorite grandchild. That is from Golden. Okay. I was gonna say, God, do you have any other messages for us? And then this card flipped over. We do. God has this message for you. This daily affirmation, they say. You are doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing in the space and time you are supposed to be doing it to. Or doing it in. It should say in. So... yeah. Yeah, because both of you, and especially whoever this person here is, because either one can be divine masculine or divine feminine. This one feels like masculine, this one feels feminine. I'm going to say whoever the masculine is in this, you're not, to both of them, but it feels more directed towards the death card, is you're not supposed to fit in. You're the standard. You're not supposed to fit in, you're the standard. And then this one is basically one of the things that he had to some of you will understand this, because this feels like it's two people that have been abused who are now trusting and coming into their divine union. And in this, it says, I don't want to be abusively tested. Well, you figure out that I'm not going to abuse you. And something just said, it's like, this was important to the divine masculine, that he wasn't tested abusively to see what his character is, what he was he going to stand for, what was he going to do, what was this, what was that, and instead they just sat there and said, I am a mountain, I don't move, go around me, because they weren't going to be tested. They didn't want to be abusively tested by someone while that person figured out that they weren't going to abuse them. So, you both showed that. Whoever needed to see it more understood what was going on. So, this is an odd reading that I felt the need to get out, and I will be your hero, baby. The hero. The card, the hero's on the... Oh, and the Queen of Bears. Oh, and that's the Lovers under there. The Lovers. Look at that, the Queen of Bears. And then the Lovers. So, wow. So, yeah. The word hero reminded me of that song, I Will Be Your Hero, Baby. Because that's exactly what this person is going to be for you. You're going to be that for this person. But you're going to have different strengths that are going to carry the other person. And those strengths are going to come together. It's going to feel kind of funny. It's going to feel weird. But if you keep at it, you're going to have the relationship that you want and you choose to build. So, yeah, I guess we're going to leave it there for now. And thank you, universe. Thank you, God, for giving me the nudge to do this. And, okay, everybody, I love you dearly, and be good, behave, be happy, and be yourself. And Rachel, I'm sorry that I didn't call you right back. I'll call you back in a second. I love you. Bye, guys.